improved or changed your life, you know, and like what it means to you. Krampus is absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Mama Kestrel. I'm glad you like him. He was a lot of fun to make. One of the reasons I love dogs tend to adore me, and that does tend to override any concerns people have. That is true. Had a late night modding. Oh, who are you modding for, Gav? Better than me, had Jehovah's Witnesses knock on our door once, shout to Mum. They were there forgetting my window was open. They heard me and said thanks. My mum's dad didn't have a good relationship either when I was alive. He opened the door to once and said I'm Jewish, even though he's Greek Orthodox, and shut the door in their face. Dogs are my favourite people. Dogs are best. Satisfactory as it auto-saves. Oh no. Yeah, of course, because your PC went off. That's your face in your IG, you're indeed cute. I bet you are. One or two neurospicy people. What, just a couple. Hey, Emery. You feeling okay? It's important for the faith of them just to share. I would never agree to chat to them right now, so I'm absolutely not a convert. Feel like that would always be their goal. But if they get something out of that sharing, then I'd be interested. I mean, okay. I cannot speak massively clearly. I can only speak from my knowledge. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I've never been a Jehovah's Witness. However, my understanding is that like the aim is to convert people, because I think it's the more people that you bring to the religion, the more chance you get of going to heaven. I could be completely wrong here, and I don't really want to be talking massively deep about religion because I do not want to offend anybody. I don't want to be getting things wrong. But as far as I understand it, there is like a finite amount of people who can go to heaven, and the more people you bring to the religion and help them to find God, the more chance you have of like getting in there yourself, I think. But please do some research, because I would not be able to. Joseph, stop knocking at Mum's door. She told them, I'll talk about your religion, talk about mine too, and produce a book about witchcraft. Well, I already love your mum, Hovian. You have 3, I love this so much. Buddy Cecil and his channel Good Bad Flicks. Nice, that sounds fun. Know the feeling, times in the university were a time when I had chatty times with foreign students, mostly Middle Eastern part of the world, with the realisation that some wicked groups of people have changed the true form of culture and religion into something wrong. Agreed, yes. Hey, Chaos. Oh, sleepy yips are the best. In a series of unfortunate events, I forgot to add sugar to my coffee and managed to add dried onion. Coral! How the heck did that happen? 2 sleep with us, £90 pitties, 12 and a teddy bear and a £50 mix. Both had dreams last night, barking and running. Oh. The more you attract, the more religion works. Apparently so, yes. Pyramid Scream, yeah. Ah, your mother. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Driving. Okay, you concentrate on the driving, Emery. We are here. Very Merry Christmas to all and a blessed New Year in green. Thank you so much, Lady Lee. I will catch that. Lapsed, yeah. Oh, hold on. Sorry, managed to highlight things. I'm going to do that little star for Lady Lee, and I will get this face done. I will get this reindeer done, even if it means I have to run a little bit longer today because I'm not doing a stream tomorrow. That is not long enough. That is long. There we go. Green. Got a brush pen. No. Very Merry Christmas to all and blessed New Year. Thank you, Lady Lee. So yeah, this is the jar of stars. Anyone who's new in here. This little star is filled with positivity. Gav, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. This is a jar of stars, so every star in here has positive words or a lovely message from a member of the community who's used their channel points to add a star to the jar of stars. And Lady Lee has chosen a lovely Christmassy message. Appreciate you, Stream Mama. Very Merry Christmas to all and blessed New Year. Oh! Seamus, thank you for the gifty subs. What are you doing? That's so sweet. Very Merry Christmas to all. To all. And I'll be right there. Thank you for the protection spell, whoever that was. I will come down and help you. Words. I will thank you properly shortly. That's a really lovely one, Lady Lee. Thank you for that one. Merry Christmas to all and blessed New Year. And I hope that you do have a lovely time. Yeah. Yeah, dogs are joy machines. Dogs are best. Whoa! Thank you for the biddies, Lady Lee. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you about something after stream if that's okay. Of course it is, Emery. Of course it is. Just drop me a message whenever you're ready, okay? Happy Christmas, Seamus! I love your emotes. They're so heckin' cute. Look at them. Got finished at 5. Oh, goodness. I miss Mum. She died 3 years ago, almost on the 28th anniversary of Dad's death. Oh, Hoovian, I'm really, really sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry about that. We've had, we were talking earlier, Witchycraft lost some people earlier on this year, I believe. And it is really, really hard. You know, they say it gets easier. It doesn't get easier. We just learn to kind of live around it, in a way. Like, my sister passed away 4 years ago now. And sometimes it feels like forever ago, and sometimes it feels like a couple of days ago, you know? It's very weird. So I'm really, really sorry for your loss, but I hope that you can remember them fondly. Remember good things about them. Keep their name in your mouth and on your heart. And they're always there with us, aren't they? Thank you for that one, Lady Lee. I love you very much. I live in a conservative area of USA. I'm currently in my year in white as part of my religion. Get after you're a Mennonite. Oh, of course, yes. I didn't realise you practiced Santeria, though. Muslim, but I never understood. For wife approval. Guess more you breed, more you influence. Yes. Well, my sister is Muslim. She's actually a Muslim activist and got an MBE for her work and all of that good stuff. She's an incredible human being, and I love her very much. But yeah, she converted for her husband. They've been together for like 20-something years. They have 4 amazing children. Yeah, she's faced a lot of issues from being a white British Muslim woman. It's a hard situation to be in, but yeah. But all are welcome here as long as you are kind and accepting and tolerant and just good people. So you are all welcome here. Had 3 distinctly wonderful conversations due to my white clothing in Walmart of all places. I mean, it's good. Like, if it opens up like proper genuine questions and it's curious and it's respectful, then I'm fine with discussing it, you know? Big fingers on religion, purely because of the power it has and impact on people. No carrot judgment on personal views and beliefs. Yes. Thank you again for those biddies. I really appreciate that, Gav. Also, theories in 5 used to constant war, more women and less men. I mean, it could work. It could be true. Hey, Zakala, how are you doing? Look at those little dancey emotes. It's so cute. I'm about 4 minutes behind. I will be there, folks. Thank you so much for waiting. Thank you so much for your patience. I want to make sure that I catch everybody and trying to make this, and I've got about 15 minutes to finish. What am I setting myself up for? She left, she caught 2 of them cornering my then 4-year-old brother and trying to scare him and indoctrinate him into worship. No, no thanks. No thank you. Gotta go help Santa this afternoon. Yes, Mrs. Claus is here. Seamus, thank you again for those gifty subs. Let me just catch Saf there. Coral, apologies there. Eating fried onion bits distracted me from the coffee making. Forgot to add the sugar. It was semi-conscious, multitasking escape. Put a mouthful of fried onion in my mouth and chased it with coffee. Oh no, no. Onions and coffee does not sound good. Angeline got 1. Mama Jewel got 1. Lol Gamers got 1. Oh, for Patrick got 1. Amazing. Love you, Green. Thank you for the protection spell. I appreciate that. And thank you again for the biddies, Lady Lee. More serious problems today than discussing religion. Yeah. Just kindness. Yeah, that is not a fun conversation, Mr. Wormhole. I am fully on your side with that. Although we are doing posy vibes in here. There are some horrible things out there in the world. There are some really, really horrible things out there in the world. We are trying our best, even though we started talking about a lot of heavy stuff in here. But as long as we can just have this place as like a little bit of an escape from some of the nasty stuff out there in the world, then I think that's a good thing, right? Just a little reset button for the week. Hey, honey, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you too, my love. How are you doing today? Amelia Saw, I love that name. You would have loved our dino section. Our Dino-vember. How are you doing, Amelia Saw? Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for the follow. Lovely to have you here with us. Share 2 rings they gave each other with permission, of course. I'm respectful. Of course you are, Mango. Alright, folks, I know that we've been discussing religions here, and I'm sure that it's probably stopped in ththese last, 4 minutes and stuff there. Father-in-law, New Year's, 11 days later, my brother-in-law, Witchycraft, all the love to you. My father died 8 years ago. I'm so sorry for your loss, everyone. Forgot the socks had to go back. Oh, no. Love you, love you, love you. Santeria initiated to Yamea and the ocean and the rivers. Yeah. Family business is hard, yeah. Last time I saw my friend who passed this year was at Christmas. We spent together a few years ago. So many special memories. I feel like a profound gap in my life this year. I'm sorry, Green. I hope that you can have lovely memories of her. Never mind an open, friendly conversation. For single forever to not the easiest conversations yet. First bit of needle fancy, want to know. Oh yes, sorry. Who was it who was asking earlier about how it works? So I'll do a brief description. I'm just trying to make sure I catch up with everyone, so I'm about 3 or 4 minutes behind chat. I do apologise, folks, and thank you so much again for being patient with me. I just want to make sure that I read everybody's messages, that I address what we're talking about, and you guys are just so dang interesting that I end up getting caught up with these amazing conversations. First things first, however, I'm sure that the conversation has moved on by the time I get to the bottom of the chat. However, we don't usually talk that deeply about religion in here just because it is a very polarizing conversation. It can also be incredibly triggering for some, so I do apologise if this has been a hard conversation for anyone today. We never argue about these things. We respect people's opinions, decisions and choices and life choices and all that kind of stuff. If you are not hurting anyone, including yourself, do what you're doing. Love your face, Seamus. Love your beard. Right, so Tilly. There was someone earlier who was talking about needle felting and how it works. So, do the first bit of needle felting want to know because the instructions no explain it. Yeah, it doesn't explain it because people assume. I'll show you in a minute. People assume you'll just know, and I guess to a certain degree you will. When you know when it's ready. Or when it's felted enough. But yeah, you just, after a little while, you start to feel, you're just does this feel sturdy enough? Do I feel confident that this is going to hold its shape, it's going to hold its position, and it sort of has the look that you want it to, so it doesn't have too much fluffiness. Although, because I'm using the acrylic stuff, it does sometimes tend to get a little bit fluffier, but you can always poke it back into place. So, if you look at this one, don't know if you can really see it, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it did. But I remember I made this when I first started out. This wasn't made on stream. This is my little cauliflower friend. And I don't usually show it because I actually feel like I over-felted it. But going back to it, it doesn't feel that bad. But you'll start noticing it more, I think, if you notice that there's a lot of holes in what you're making. It means that it can't really felt much further than that. Or it means that you're digging the needle in too far, because you only really want to go to about here, not all the way up to the handle part, because then it's too deep in there and it's not really doing anything. But the people who were asking before about how this works, basically these needles have little barbs on them, little hooks, which catch onto the tiny little fibres, the little microscopic fibres of the wool or the yarn that you're using, and it knots them together on a tiny, tiny level. Each individual one gets knotted together, and the more you stab it, the more it gets knotted together. The more it gets knotted together, the more solid it becomes. And the more solid it becomes, the more you can sculpt with it, so you can create all these shapes. So if you're interested in seeing some of the stuff that I've made over the past year, I've been streaming since February. Not constantly, that would be terrifying. Streaming on a weekly basis since February of this year. I've made a whole bunch of stuff, and next week, instead of making something on New Year's Eve, I will be showing the pieces that I've made over the last year, and we can talk about them and stuff, and I thought that would be kind of fun. If not, if you can't make it to New Year's, I completely understand. !YouTube, you'll find time lapses of pretty much everything I've made on stream this year, so go and have a look. But yeah, long story short, Tilly, practice. just try playing lots of, doing some practicings.